Today, I want to show you how to make an ultra-realistic AI voice like this. This is my own voice, which I've made using AI. What do you guys think? Pretty awesome, right? It actually does sound very much like me. I'll show you 2 ways to make ultra-realistic AI voices using 11 Labs. This is a software that I've used in the sample that I've just shown you. Once you sign into 11 Labs, you can go into this area under Voices that says Create. And the first way to generate a very realistic sounding AI voice is to clone your own voice. To do this, you can click here and add generative or cloned voice. And the second way is to use a pre-made huge library of voices. 11 Labs actually have dozens of voices that all sound very realistic. So first, let's talk about how you can clone your own voice. So for that, go into Voices, then Create, and click Add Generative or Cloned Voice. Here you've got 2 options. The first is to use voice design, and with voice design, you can actually design a desired voice from scratch. You don't have to clone your own voice. You can use all the different options to come up with a voice. And the way that I cloned my own voice was using this instant voice cloning option. So when you do that, you just need to give it a name, for example, Greg V2, and then you just need to either record an audio file or you can upload an audio file of your own voice. And once you've done that, 11 Labs will analyze this sample and they will clone your own voice. And from there, you will be able to convert text to speech using that analyzed data that 11 Labs will produce. Okay, so basically here, let's say I'm just going to upload a sample of my own voice. Then you can give it a description and click this consent form and click add voice. And this is it. 11 Labs will now go away and it will analyze the voice. So once that's done, you can then start converting text to speech. So over here, type out the text that you want the voiceover for. All right, I've typed it here. This is the ultimate test for 11 Labs. Then you'll need to select the rest of the settings. So you can choose the language model or the voice model. The most recent one is this one, 11 Multilingual V2. But you can choose some of the earlier versions just to see how they sound and see if that's what you prefer. Let's go with Multilingual V2. And then from the drop-down box here, you can choose which voice you would like. So here are the 2 voices of my own that I have cloned. I'm just going to go with this Greg voice that I've cloned earlier. And after that, you can also adjust what is called voice settings. On my own voice, I've gone with 39% stability, 90% clarity, and 7% style exaggeration, but you may need to use slightly different settings. So let's just click generate and I'll show you what all these different settings do. So first of all, for text, let's click generate. Let's listen to it. This is the ultimate test for 11 Labs. So this is pretty good. And if we want to just change some of these settings, you'll see that they make a huge difference. So if I increase stability to 100%, let's see the change. This is the ultimate test for 11 Labs. So you can hear that makes quite a bit of difference. After you've generated your voice, you will actually have this history here on the right-hand side, which is really handy because from here, you can go back to some of the earlier versions in case you prefer the other settings, and you can just quickly restore the settings from an earlier sample. The second way to make AI voiceover is to use pre-made voices inside 11 Labs. So for this, under text-to-speech, where you're choosing the voice, just choose one of these pre-made voices. They actually have tags, which is really handy because this way you're able to quickly see if it's an American accent or a British accent or another type of accent. For example, we've got even Irish, we've got British, we've got English, Italian. Let's say if we take Adam, you can see it's American deep narration. So this could be good for documentary style videos. So let's generate Adam's voice and see how it goes. So let's click generate. Let's play it.
This is the ultimate test for 11 Labs. Let's see how it holds up.
That's actually a pretty good start, but I'm going to change it a little bit to make it more authentic sounding. Let's change the stability from 49% to maybe about 40. And with clarity and similarity, let's change that to about 80%. And with style exaggeration, I want to change it to about 5%. So with that, let's regenerate. All right, let's preview.
This is the ultimate test for 11 Labs. Let's see how it holds up.
All right, so you can see it's actually got a lot more variation in it, so it sounds a lot more exciting and a lot more natural. So if you keep adjusting these settings, you will eventually be able to arrive at something that sounds really awesome. Now, the third way to get some cool voices is to use this Explore option on the left-hand side. And there is actually a voice library. So these are different voices that have been created by the community, and you can go through and find some really interesting, cool sounding voices here. For example, this one here, young Australian female, Phoebe. So let's get a sample of this.
The greatest part of our happiness depends on our dispositions, not our circumstances.
Sounds quite realistic and quite cool. How about Valentino, British male, great voice with depth. So let's get a sample of this.
So is cheerfulness, or a good temper. The more it is spent, the more remains.
Wow, this actually sounds really, really good, and it sounds very, very natural. It sounds like a British actor. So you're able to use all of these as your own, which makes 11 Labs just super powerful if you want to make AI voices for your YouTube videos or for any other project for that matter. And if you use the link in the description below this video, you will be able to get access to a free plan, so you can get started for free and you can give it a good test run. But the cool thing is, and I'm personally on this plan, the starter plan, you can actually get started with just $1 a month. You can get your first month at 80% off. So it's really affordable, and you will get 30,000 characters per month of generated speech. And if you ever decide to upgrade or it's not enough for you for any reason, you can always later upgrade to any of the higher plans. And if you guys want to learn how to turn your AI voice creation skills and video creation skills into income like what you can see here on the screen, go to gregviral.com and you can get access to our course from there, where we show you how we made an average of $928 a day with simple 7-second videos. So this is Reels like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and so on, where we've used both AI and faceless types of methods to achieve these results. You can see I personally generated almost 11 million views on my channel using these methods in 2023, and I'm on track to probably double that in 2024. And what's lacking from a lot of other courses is concrete methods of actually monetizing your views. And you can see these are our results. We've figured out some really solid ways to monetize the views that we get on our short form content. The most important thing about this course is that it doesn't just contain the training, it also contains coaching, mentoring, and a mastermind group. So you're never stuck. If you need any help or you want to speak to someone, you can contact us directly for any help. So just head over to gregviral.com and I will see you there.